Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talisker Resources channel. Just want to let you guys know what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be running through company updates, industry updates, answering any questions you guys have over the course of this campaign, and of course, introducing members of the team. So who better to kick us off than video number one than Terry Harbort, CEO, president, and director of the company. Terry, how are you doing over there today?
Hi, Michael. I'm doing fantastic. We're really happy to be here.
Great, great. Glad to have you on. And like what we first like to do is kind of give an introduction to yourself, talk about your background, and paint a picture. So, first and foremost, tell us about your previous experience and maybe your education history a little bit.
Sure, Michael. I'm a pretty technical CEO, geologist by background. Studied a PhD in geology at the University of Queensland. Left Australia quite a long time ago, around about 20 years ago. When I joined Anglo Ashanti, which is one of the major mining companies in the world at the moment, and was able to gain really great experience there with Anglo, working in the Americas group. And luckily for us, we had some pretty good discoveries there, which is always a great thing for a geologist.
True. Yeah. Agreed. So from there, you came over to the Western world, and you started off as a geologist, and you kind of worked your way up. Now you're an executive. What's the difference there between the two, in your opinion? Is it good that you started off down there with your boots on the ground, and now you're kind of higher up?
Yeah, look, I think it's really good to have that foundation in what the core business is, and really for me, exploration is really a scientific endeavor. We all look at a lot of tech companies and we see all this research and development, and for some reason we forget that exploration is a research and development endeavor. So I think it's really important that CEOs and leadership in junior mining companies has that background experience and can really offer their help at a high technical level to help mentor and develop teams and help follow proper methodologies. And it's the same sort of way that if you didn't have somebody of the technical level of Elon Musk running Tesla, it probably wouldn't have the success it has. And I think really with exploration companies, that's a key important thing, that we can treat it like a research and development data analyst, and really bring that knowledge from a fundamental base into exploration and then into discovery, which is the main objective of exploration in the first place.
Agreed. Yeah. So can you kind of walk us through that story then? Tell us how you became the executive of Talisker Resources, how you came on board in the first place, and like what attracted you to Talisker?
Well, in my role as a technical geologist, we always, as our group, the Talisker Exploration Group, we always had the vision to leave the major companies and actually go out and do exploration on our own and be major shareholders in the projects that we own. We were fortunate throughout our time with Anglo, and then after leaving Anglo, we became the technical arm with the Cisco group, who many of your listeners might know very well. And we've had some pretty good success. I think we've discovered now around about 55 million ounces, but most of that discovery made other groups a lot of money. And really what our decision was, well, hey, we actually want to see some reward for this work we put in, for our intellectual property, for our knowledge base. We want to see some work come back. So really Talisker Resources is one of our first steps into building and running these companies for our own, and being able to contribute and be able to see some money come back to our ways for all that effort we've put into exploration.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough, right? So from there, now that you're in the CEO role, what does that look like on the day to day? If people were to live a life in Terry as the CEO of Talisker Resources, what would they see?
Well, it is a distinct change from being a technical geologist. Although I still have a lot of technical interaction with our team, try and spend a lot of time mentoring the team. Really, most of my time now is taking up with marketing, financing the company, and actually running the company. we've got a pretty large drill program underway at the moment. 7 rigs on the ground, and there's a team that goes with each of those drill rigs. So there's a whole network around that. So it actually builds up quite big into a company. So for me, over the last 3 years since we've been listed, it's been quite a steep learning curve into the financial and capital markets, which has been very interesting for me, I must admit.
Yeah. Can you talk about that side just a little bit more, the public side of things? Obviously, like you said, you're used to the boots on the ground, the operations. How's the public side been treating you? Can you talk about what you handle there?
Yeah, look, as the CEO, you're always the front, and the buck always stops with you. And throughout mining cycles, there are good times and there are bad times. And there are times when your share price is running that everybody's happy. And there are times when the market's down, capital's difficult, the share price is going south. And as a CEO, you have to take that front and believe in the dream and have the passion that you're doing the right thing and continue to do the right thing. I'm a fairly transparent person. I like to communicate a lot with my shareholders, try to break down some of the technical information that we have. So particularly retail shareholders can understand what our message is and how great our projects are. So really, I spend a lot of time with that, trying to explain the vision that we have, because the reality is exploration is quite a technical and at times complicated thing.
Agreed.
We've got data distributed out, and sometimes it's hard for our shareholders to really understand what it is that we're excited about and what the pathway is. So really, I think a lot of my time's involved in that, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the educational part of being a CEO.
Perfect. That's one of the things we're going to be knocking out here, everybody, is we'll be diving into the company and all sort of specific things. And especially, as I had said at the beginning, if you guys have questions about any side of it, of course, don't be afraid to reach out and we'll happily answer it for you. But for now, Terry, I think you did a great job of introducing yourself. And again, on the next video, we'll go into a deep dive. But for now, thank you, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned for more coming soon. Terry, have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Michael.